Alright guys, welcome back to what could potentially be our final part of Avowed. Hope these are all alright. Now I said a few videos ago that Newcastle were playing in a cup final. And I'm so happy to say that we ended up winning it. My son hasn't even made it to 1 year old before he's seen Newcastle win a trophy. I've been waiting nearly 30 years. It's a funny old game. But anyway, we won, that was all that mattered. So yeah, I think we getting up towards some sort of finish for this game. It definitely seems like we're heading in that direction. So we're still on this quest, but we're going to finish this off. Our dreams divide us still. And then, oh, he walked away from them. And I think really we've only got the main quest to do at the minute, because I feel like I've done like the majority of the side quests here, if not all of them. So I guess we just play on and see what happens. Right, I definitely don't remember this place. Unless maybe I ran over this side where these are. I don't remember though. It's been a while. All of Ludwig's minions. Well, they're not really minions anymore.
Just like the good old days.
Oh, this definitely feels new.
Glory in the brush.
Oh, more.
Amount when your little dog got
Can't fast travel either. There's dream thrall everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh! That's them explosive barrels. Don't half do damage. Oh, this isn't the way out.
Yeah.
Alright, we can see it, but it's still a long way away. This'll help a little bit. Shouldn't have done that. Oh my god, that was insane. Oh my god, that was fucking nuts. I shouldn't have done that. Wow.
Babies in the garden.
fist.
Another down.
We need to leave before all of the tusks is flooded with lava.
Oh, you can't say that Solace isn't taking things seriously.
Yahtzee, remind me not to make you mad.
He
is not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going to protect the outposts.
Looks like it's getting serious here.
Everyone, please, do not panic. Simply exit the keep, quickly and calmly.
Envoy, gods beyond, who let you in here? Please, whatever it is, we are in crisis. I cannot help you.
We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now. We told you, we don't know, and this is hardly the time to be asking.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace?
How could they when we didn't even know they were here? Kostya's scouts would have seen them and they didn't report. You weren't lying then. He was. Good God.
If there's another way to the garden, maybe Kostya told the Steel Garrote.
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya. I knew he was making overtures, but I didn't think he'd go that far. The ambassador has not responded to Kostya's overtures, has he? I made sure of that when I threw the ambassador's replies in the forge fire. I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but
An oath cannot change. A duty should not change.
I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Mayu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava.
I will show you where Kostya has gone. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him. I do not wish to see him dead, but if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. I cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way.
Quite funny, isn't it, how they were in such a rush and then we've just spent like 5 minutes talking.
If your arrival is indeed a message from Bound, I hope he remembers his people well. I hope he is proud of us. Go now, and go with the gods.
If I were gonna have a drink with one of the gods...
Outsider! That was a damn big explosion, wasn't it? Heard it down here above the sound of the anvils. I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about. I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place.
Sounds a bit like Nikolai from God Zombies.
I suppose it would. We just don't get many outsiders down here. Ever. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away. The council appointed me. Thanks, outsider. Kind of you to say. What can I do for you? I know. A shrine to Abidan in a forge. How unique. Is that Abidan's shiny beard? It is. Star metal. I've only had the pleasure of working with it a few times before. These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it!
Oh my god, have I actually found someone? I'm sure I was supposed to be looking in them in Paradise for them.
The question you should be asking is what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. A simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge.
Man, I kind of want the sword though. But then I do love me sword that I've got at the minute. Oh, what do I do?
May Abaddon guide my hand, and this trial be worthy of Magrin's attention.
Huh. At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
Here it is. A firearm unlike any other. I call it the Moonstrike Archivist, for it will strike your enemies as fiercely as Abaddon's hammer struck the falling moon.
Wow.
You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do. Bring me more fragments, and I will forge for you a blade unlike any other. Though with more star metal, I may be able to upgrade the Moonstrike Archivist a bit more.
Oh, let's get the sword as well.
Certainly. I look forward to seeing what else I can do with this metal.
Now this, I have to see.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge.
That sounds insane. Moonstrike and Meteor Blade. That's absolutely unreal.
Thank you for your kind words, outsider. I will take them to heart. You're back! What? Blessed day!
Oh, actually, hang on, because I haven't even had a look at them. Oh my god.
You're back! What can I do for you? Hi, Golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Always a privilege to watch a master at work.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.
Holy shit, man. That looks class. Alright, find the entrance to the garden. I'm looking forward to this.
I know a few of my collegists who could die happy here. Anything this beautiful is usually poisonous. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's going to be absolutely mustard.
We're in a bit of a rush.
what's in front.
Kostya must be behind this. Let's hurry.
Wow, that looks class. Tell you what, this game, visually, some of the places are just unreal, like, artistically immense. Now that's stunning, man. Sword's unbelievable. Oh.
Everyone okay?
Voices silenced.
Kostya is going to start without us if we don't get a move on it.
They wound us, and we wound in return.
This just reminds me of all the dungeons in Skyrim with the Draugrs. Just like loot everywhere. Oh, Mr. Chest over there.
Watch your step.
How did I miss you?
Even you wouldn't come back from that fall, envoy.
Sibelius. Oh, balls. Nice.
To your left.
Oh. That thing's doing serious damage. Shot.
Come on. You don't want to be down here when Kostya does whatever he's planning. last year must have passed by recently. We should look.
If I take the priest out. Nice. That works. That works very well for me. I'll go through them doors. Oh, have I got any? No. That's fine. I can just put on.
Yeah.
The beauty of having all these weapons that have different elemental effects. Nowhere's inaccessible. Yeah, this definitely reminds me so much of the dungeons in Skyrim. Draugrs coming out of the coffins.
Don't think, just jump.
Oh, I'm encumbered.
Soul of my soul, how did you find me here? I have been here for so long. My memories are tattered. They fall apart when I look too long at them. There was a man called Nandro once, beloved of a terrible god. Remember it all. I feel Sabadal's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. That was the name they gave themselves, stolen from the ancient souls whose deaths gave rise to them. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. Yes, you see them with eyes unclouded. The ruined cities, the crevasses cleaved into the earth. They remade the land in their image. It reflects their twisted heart. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, I always meant to die down here, to siphon my soul into a lonely pillar disconnected from the stone that makes our world. disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace. Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, brother. And when you see Wodika, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Another day, another chat with Sumadra. This one seems
Finally going into the garden.
So, do we have a plan for Kostya once we find him? Finally! We found the gates! Quick, let's find Kostya.
Lava's high. Gotta hurry.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy this witch. We can't risk someone turning and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves. Guilty as charged. I was the one guiding Dolna. Mihala's sin is that despite her preoccupation with traditions and oaths, she has no curiosity. I had all the time to figure out what books I needed to acquire for the Steel Garrote. Then I had Dolna, our young novice, steal them from the archives for the Steel Garrote. By the way, is that novice still alive? I see. And what of the Steel Garrote? Should I assume they're all dead as well? And so you brought it back here? Among the wardens? It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath. Nandru isn't here. He was never here. He built us a tomb and abandoned us to it. Do not speak his name to me as if it could mean anything to you.
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Envoy, I understand that Kostya grates on the nerves, but perhaps we should...
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
I'll run out of lockpicks. Wait.
It's a magnificent keep. I just hope it doesn't become their prison.
Closer. We have waited so...
We'll not be able to return. Let's go.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solace Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solace is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Civilization, as we know it, hasn't existed in the living lands for very long. We need to preserve what history we have.
Darling, you know I hate to think of losing all of that history more than anyone. But think of what they could have gained. Maxim left the Republics, and it allowed Animancers in Fjord to thrive.
Destroying our home is not starting something new.
You really think everyone in Solace is there willingly? Amalia and her people took up arms and turned to banditry, and they still weren't allowed to leave. If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You know your own mind. There's something to be said for that.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
And that's not all. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
And what? Lie low? I hate to break it to you, but you don't have a face for blending in.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plans and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie.
Can you imagine? An untouched spiritual wilderness just waiting for us. I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind.
About that, before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to kill Sapadal. Is that still the plan? For once, I'm all out of ideas. Anyone else?
I'm a soldier. I prefer leaving these decisions to people like you, but if you're asking for input, I don't entirely disagree with Ludwig on this. She may be a monster, but she's not the only one the Living Lands has seen. Sapadal could render this whole island as barren as the tusks in a fit of anger.
Sapadal caused the Dream Scourge. All of this pain. I don't think I can forgive that.
Think of what we could learn from Sapadal. Perhaps there's a way we can keep everyone alive.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the Living Lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in.
Well, I'm leaning towards killing them, and that's what Kai and Marius both think as well.
Just one. Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsley, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Nice.
And you don't have to. We pull together, and that's plenty.
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
Oh, let's go! Wait a minute, let's see if we've got upgrades. No. No. Nah, we'll just leave it. We're fine. We're all good. Where's the... Do you know what? Because they both agree with me, I'm going to take... Do you know what? Wait. They all were like, oh yeah, I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to miss it. I have to pick two. I literally have to cut yous by 50%. I'm so sorry, but these two actually agree with my decision, so that's a no-brainer for me. The heart of the living lands.
Wonder if Yahtzee brought her ladder. What? That's convenient.
I love the parkour in this, honestly. It's so basic, but I love it. Oh, I need that. Dragon hide. Right, I'm going to stick with the last light of day in here because it looks like I'm going to need this. Find Sapper doll. Pretty crazy. Let's go.
You're mine now.
Glad that's over.
So much loot in here already. It's all class as well.
Right. How did I know I'd be jumping into a giant pool of water today?
Go.
Free to obey you.
I don't need a camp.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
Starters, what you doing there, Giada? You're not supposed to be here.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. I was afraid of that. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go?
I know, that is so sad. It's like a parent's, isn't it, in the basement?
Wanna know what I think? I think someone's laughing at me. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sappadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive? How? Where would I even begin?
Giada Castel. Welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No, this can't be. What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity. So we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
Right, I guess that's Giata turning onto our side now as well.
I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. That isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
That's very forgiving.
I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death. And they were the best. Indulge me a moment. I've been waiting a long time for this. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness. You're right. I'm the one who has to live with the consequences of their actions. If you seek forgiveness, look for it within. Don't ask me to give up any more than I already have.
We understand. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. And thank you, Godlike, for bringing her all this way. The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Right. The farther we get from this place, the better.
Well, I could have missed that completely. That was like off to the side. I could have easily just went through this door.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Valerian Steel, we know this voice. Why is she here?
It seems I was not clear enough when I last spoke with you.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. The situation is worse than I perceived. Do you think you're special? With your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland? Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos has no respect for borders. It goes where it will. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. Of course I do. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. There was none. Utmost chaos calls for unwavering rebuke.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. The answer is obvious to those with the courage to accept it. You are here now. There's still time to succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. The path of justice is fraught. Only the strong may follow it. I leave you with a warning. The false god's essence is strong here. It taints all it touches. My magfolk may be hostile to you. Stay vigilant and remember your oath.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
You mean they will be hostile to me?
That was insane.
Arms up! Here we go!
Nice one, Kai. Oh, sarcophagus key.
We make a good squad.
That was quite clever, that actually. It made me go down when I should have been going up. Oh!
That thing's moving. Shadow, you got it! Next one's mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those things are dropping some serious loot.
What is that? I know that place, right? Oh no. No. Why is this? Gods. I can't. What's happening here?
This is the moment I found you. Bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. Please, Viate. This is where you need to be right now.
I remember this. Don't take Dragu if you think... No, I don't want this. Then for the god's sake, what is it? I am exhausted, Viate. I can't take much more of this.
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and I found you back in your tent. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
Oh, not much. I only remember fear and sadness. And you as a kid picking me up and taking me to solace.
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I can't do this, Iancu. I forgot this for a reason.
And that's why you're here, Nimdut. You can't face a god with piles of Saka in your soul. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
You kept everything a secret from me. All that time. A best friend doesn't do that. Well, in this case, you were wrong.
I agree. So sorry, Viate. We should have trusted you to handle this in your way.
So, what do we do now? What? Worse than Iancu's tragic death?
I can't say I loved that part most.
I don't know. I can't. It's too much. Not this and everything else too. It's too blessed much.
I understand that, Viate. I really do. I'm glad to hear it. Marius is worth the effort, I promise you.
Don't listen to him, Envoy. If he knew anything at all, he wouldn't be dead.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Well, it was good to see you, Viate.
It's gonna make all of our companions face something. So it's either gonna be Kai next or Yatsli. And then maybe it'll be us at the end. Oh my god! Wait, is this that? Oh my god, this is where we've just been. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Come on, I want to see if I can upgrade. I'm not in combat. Get to do that then. I can't believe that. That's so nuts. Yeah. Big folk graveyard.
I'm gonna jump straight up and start running. Take a moment, people.
Right, let's get this here. explore.
Thomas King? Nice of someone to mark that spot for us. Guards.
Oh my god, yeah. That's Thomas Kane. I can't tell if it's like
this room.
Oh, here we go.
Like Thomas.
Guy's turn.
Tama. No. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? That's the problem. I don't know what I expect anymore. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I did. Sounds downright selfish of me when you put it that way. But this Tama's more than that. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that. Yeah. I never realized what an injustice I was doing to us both. You're right. I am. It's like you said. I'm not letting my regret define me. I won't make that mistake again. And we've got farther to go before this is over. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the dream scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain? I suspect you're right. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Man, I fucking love Kai. He's class. Kai's definitely my favorite companion. I think where's that shimmering coming from? It's that lockbox. Right, hang on, so I want to try and get in this door. Might be upstairs. Oh, I'm definitely running low on them lockpicks. Oh my god, I don't have Yatsley with me. Oh, it's right there as well. Haha. Actually worked. I can't believe it worked. Oh, what is that? Wayfinder. Legendary spear. Yes, please.
Another win, but who's counting?
Well, I've got 4 superb spears. Here again. Right, hang on, because I'm near that camp again. I might actually get to do it this time. Crazy how this is all like kind of linked together. I didn't even think that these still have outfits, won't they? That's pretty cool. Quite like the Obsidian one. Yeah, I like Obsidian for all of them. I think that the Obsidian one's really good. Ooh. Living steel chunk. How do I make some of that? Oh man, I was so desperate to max that out. Hang on. Living steel chunk. I need living iron chunk. That's not enough. Damn. White steel chunk, can't make that. Steel chunk. Can't even do that. Iron chunk. Never mind.
Hey, Giannis. How are you holding up after seeing... Did that artifact get...
Careful with that.
Oh, this is the...
What it does.
You feel that? Must be magical.
Oh my
It
god.
doesn't give me weird dreams.
I don't have the other two.
Hey, Giada. How are you holding up after seeing those, plant people?
Well, I've seen things not intended for mortal eyes, and uncovered the dark truth of my family's downfall. But here I am. And how are you?
Don't worry about me. I just want to know how you're feeling.
I'm complicated. But at least I know what happened to my parents.
Knowing's one thing. Feeling okay about it's another.
Yes, that part could take a while. All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. An experiment gone awry. A mistake. And in a way, they did. But it wasn't their mistake. It was Sapodal's. I don't resent them for asking. But when you consider what they took from me, I am under no obligation to give them anything. This whole experience has me considering my family's work in a different light. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed with her research and her wits, she found a god. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No animancer can live up to that. Certainly not me. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I was wrong. Of course I can. But now, I can do them for the right reasons. One thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I need to unlearn some of my old assumptions. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful. Perhaps, as long as no one gets in my way. I believe the power flowing out of the garden drove this island mad. That has to end, Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more, but that's a small price to pay. Then again, who am I to interfere with an ecosystem that I barely understand? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy is stirring the pot and getting into trouble. I think I know what I want, but there are too many variables to consider. What do you think? I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to grow. But I think you're right. So be it. Starting today, I don't have to live up to anyone's example. Animancy can be whatever I make of it. I know they would be. And not just because some ancient plans told me so. Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. But no need to bore you with the details. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Castel, so I'd better make it count. Hey, you helped me through a very difficult time. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're good with the animancy stuff.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with this place. And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it. Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse. And Sapadal definitely isn't docile. Not from what we saw on Mount Forja, or outside the ruins of Nakukubel. Exactly. And what are the odds that centuries of imprisonment have improved their temper? Setting them free means gambling with the lives of everyone in the living lands. It's not worth it, but it's not my call. And I don't envy you having to deal with a loose cannon of a god. But I envy even less the mess you're going to have if, when, we escape this place. I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't see how that's gonna happen. While we're tracking down your god, things are heating up between your Adiran comrades and the locals. And some days you wake up and the deck of your ship's covered in bird shit. You can clean it up or you can step in it. That's the choice. The Steel Garrote leveled fewer. Even if animancers aren't the most popular bunch, everyone gets nervous when fields burn. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not lost on anyone that your people despise animancy. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paradise. Oh, I wish I were finished. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge, but she left a lot of corpses in her wake. That doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region, and your people had a garrison at Eagle's Reach. Yeah, you've got bigger things on your mind right now. Just be prepared. If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg, and you'll have to choose a side. That's the part I don't envy. I admire your principles, but don't underestimate what they could demand of you. Look, I've been there. I fought for Ralitai's interest in the Deadfire for longer than I like to admit, and lost my stomach for it eventually. That's how I wound up here. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I'll understand if that's a line you can't cross. I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still got a god to face. Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you. I'm with you to the end of this. Anytime. Good night, Envoy.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people. Peace? Right. Tell me about peace when your dead best friend starts talking to you about your absolute worst memory. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradise. I guess not, huh? You probably never expected to die and come right back either. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another. I think maybe this is all for the best. No matter what happens, maybe all of this will be worth it. We have a lot to do, Envoy. Maybe we should get to it.
We really spoke about Yatsley.
Envoy, pinch me. I must be dreaming. I've long imagined what the garden could look like, but... even all the depictions I've seen in all the ruins, they didn't do it justice. And that's not even counting all the little surprises we've gotten. We learned the fate of the Akita from their killer herself. And you! You're on the way to meet your god. Years of being an unclaimed godlike. And now, there are even floating sky islands! How are you staying so calm? You could be a bit more excited. I just want to focus on memorizing everything I can. The architecture is obviously in pristine condition, let alone... Just be sure to remember everything we see. I'll want to pick your brain later. True, with everything shifting, it may not be accurate long. Still, what an artifact. A map of the garden by the last Tibaru Sanakis. This place is... It's more than I could have ever dreamed. I know we have to find your god and figure out what to do with them, but... I almost feel like I could stay here forever. I suppose. It's worth thinking about, at least. Still, I just... it's breathtaking here. And think how much I could learn here. Pockets of time in the lives of the Akita are here, and... but we've not even gotten to the end yet. We haven't seen everything. Let's get moving. I'm starting to suspect that every single leader in the Living Lands is incompetent. Truly. Is there no vetting process? Hopefully those in Solace Keep will choose their leaders with more care in the future. But we should check on Marius. I'll make him some soothing perfume, but I think a few words from you would help too.
How is that a lie? I have spoke to him.
Why would I be mad at you consigning a people to a lifetime imprisoned by their traditions and literal stone walls? Well, that doesn't sound like me at all. I do not envy the Pargrunen in any case. Meeting that council? Gave me a new appreciation for Vidaro. There's always a way for things to get worse, dearie. I wouldn't be surprised. We're losing focus on the important things. Things like the garden. Oh, come on, Envoy, let's get going. How can I help, darling? Sweet dreams.
Sorry, Envoy.
Yeah, he's... Oh, wait, what?
They were all dead. All of them. Anyway.
Weird.
Pleasant dreams.
Right, I think what I'm going to do, guys, because I know that we seem to be at the end, but the way the dialogue is in this game, I feel like we could still have at least another hour of this, maybe more. So I think I'm going to split this into two parts, this end bit, because I don't want to risk it going on and then on and on and on, and then this video ends up being like 3 hours long. I really don't want to do that to you. So I think I'm going to try and split it now. It might be for the best, even if the next video is only like half an hour long or whatever. It'll be the ending, and it'll be a nice ending. So we'll leave it there for now. So if you have made it this far, guys, thank you so much for watching, as always. I really do appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like on the video and subscribing to the channel if you're new around here as well, it'd really help us out a lot. But other than that, I hope wherever you all are, you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.